I love all things policing. I've been involved in law enforcement since I was very young, straight out of high school. My job in the military was military police. It's a little bit different type of law enforcement. My undergrad major was in criminal justice. So I've always been fascinated by the community part of criminal justice. So how can we help prevent or reduce crime? What are the things that cause people to commit crime, and why do they commit crime? And what types of things can we look at in our society and our communities to help people not engage in criminal activity? So my focus and my drive is understanding the why and finding solutions to help support the prevention and the reduction of crime. And from the law enforcement lens, I think that speaks to what really motivates police officers, because in my experience, police officers want to help people. They want to make their environments and the places they work safe, and they want to provide the best service to the community they serve. So looking at how all those things come together is really what motivates me and keeps me engaged in the law enforcement realm. I'm also an Army veteran, a combat veteran. I served in the Army Reserves for 13 years and served 2 combat tours. My unit was based out of Jamaica, New York, and deployed to Kosovo in 2001. So 9/11 happened while we were overseas. And we returned a few months later and got deployed to Kuwait and Iraq. So I'm working on a consulting project with SEPTA in Philadelphia, helping a communications company with their transformation of their communication system. Also supporting LA Metro in the formation of their brand new police department in transportation policing. Very excited about that. I was part of the team that wrote the implementation plan, which was approved by the board. But unfortunately, there's a lot going on in LA right now. So kind of support the team as needed, and trying to see the next path forward. And then also looking at projects in the Dominican Republic with their Dominican Watchman Company, looking at communications resources and tools to help support their strategy for improving their security practices. Ron Camacho,
Yeah.
definitely one of my mentors. If it weren't for him, I would not have achieved some of the successes that I have, because he actually recommended me for the job at the MTA. I had not even considered going there, but he thought I was perfect before I even thought about it or even considered. He's definitely on the top 5 list. One of my peers and very good supporters at the MTA, Charles Chavez, he really helped me in navigating through some of the challenges at the MTA, told me about who the players are and what was going on. And I would say also another mentor of mine, Charles Ramsey, he's very influential in the policing scene, and he has always given very good advice. He was one of the authors and leads in the 21st century in policing, and that to me should be the Bible, if not the core foundation for policing practices. I think we're ready for part 2 of that as we look at, I think it's nearing on 10 years since that's been published. Definitely time for chapter 2 of that document. But those are some folks that have really influenced me and helped to guide me. Recently, I was on a panel for a subway safety initiative in New York, where I was called back to talk about some solutions for improving safety on the subways in New York City. And I was very motivated to work on some solutions, not just in the short term, but long term, in looking at the whole environmental structure and the socioeconomic factors, mental health, and the community elements that can help bring forth change. So I was motivated by that because there was a concerted effort to look at all of the elements that influence safety instead of just focusing on policing. So that was encouraging for me, and I'm still part of that team. So I'm very much looking forward to that.